What's going on, everybody? Obsession Podcast. I'm Mike Stadler.
I'm Carl Bethke.
Hey, Carl.
Hi, Mike.
What's going on?
Yeah, well, you know, we're into the new year, my brother. It is another 100 and some days we get to go hunting.
Yeah, it's too long.
I know. It's stressing.
It's too long.
Hey, we're shooting bow, though. We're getting ready. We're prepping.
That's true.
We're in the
Prepping.
gym every day.
Never stop, baby.
That's right. I think the last text, one of the texts you gave me, you're like 200 and some, you're counting it down, 200 some days.
Well, I mean, only if you're keeping track.
Well, right.
Which I am.
Got work to do.
Yes. It's true. It's true.
It is true.
It is.
365 deer hunting.
Time waits for no man.
You are correct, sir.
So I tell you that right now.
Time waits for no man. Aight.
I got a question for you.
What do you got?
It's from Bob.
Bob.
Not our Bob.
Roberto Pear, Truck Stop Romeo?
Not the Truck Stop Romeo.
Oh, okay.
But he asked me the other day, he said, do you think that bucks return back to home or core areas after a season?
Yep.
All right, so next question is,
There's a lot to that, probably.
yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about it. They say they're always like, this time of year is when, you know, you start to see those bucks come back in, you know, into December, into January, return, you know, maybe bucks that you had early summer
Yeah.
or early season, or I should say not early summer, but early fall, you know, September, maybe disappeared, and so now they're back.
Yeah, so they're returning to they're closer to their summer range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that happens. I also think that properties lose deer this time of year. Just due to when their movement happens, which is usually a mile or more in general. Somebody finds a better place to stay.
Yeah.
Somebody did a little more work than somebody else. Your place here, prime example. You just had a new big buck show up, you know, a month ago. And I mean, a big buck, you know?
It is.
So,
And you know, you can tell from his antlers,
genetic
wise, he's from here.
Yes. Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
I have several bucks framed like that.
Yep.
Camera. We have some of them on the wall.
Yep.
So it's, you know, he's been around this area.
I know who your dad
I
is.
know who you are.
Yeah, but yes, they're gonna move back, especially if your area has the food.
Yep.
You know, this time of year, at least where we're from, and I'm not sure where Bob's from, but at least here in the Midwest, all these, whether it be does or bucks, they're gonna go wherever food is because they need it to sustain themselves. But that being added, you know, a place like your place or my place where we've got thermal cover, food, hills for wind direction issues, which is thermal cover, all of that is important.
Yeah, like, you know, one benefit that we have,
That's
Carl,
the benefit we have.
is that, you know, the ridges that we both have, Carl, obviously more ridges, but having a ridge, in my opinion, helps you retain deer in the winter because they can get out of the weather
Yep.
one way or the other.
Yes, 100%.
So I feel it really helps us.
Yeah. The only time we ever have, and I'm going to say an issue, and it's really not an issue, is when we have a straight west or straight east wind because our ridges run east-west.
Yeah.
So the wind's going to come down it, but we've actually got bedding areas laid out, and we've put trees down and made thermal cover with pines and so on for them deer to get out of the wind.
Yep.
Because the wind, right now, Bob, I'll tell you straight up, the wind is a deer's worst enemy.
Yeah.
Wind kills. And whether it be a human or a deer or whatever else, they always tell you, you got to get out of the wind.
This time of year, it sucks them down to nothing.
Yeah.
They're going to get cold too.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the only thing that keeps, obviously, a deer alive in the winter is food.
Food.
They have to be able to find food. They got to be able to eat.
Yep.
And they have to eat, obviously, a ton. The colder it is, the more they got to eat and the more they got to move.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, we talk about a lot, our properties, you know, the corn we leave.
Yeah.
Usually the turnips, all that stuff we have that's up at the base of the ground is all food that's there.
Yep.
You know, now that depends on snow cover.
True.
But
Which
if
we
it's not
haven't had a lot of
we haven't
lately.
had a lot, yeah. But
Yeah.
they'll dig it out.
Oh, yeah,
If
yeah,
they know
yeah.
it's there, they'll dig it out.
Oh yeah. Well, your place, and I'll show the video. Heck, was that you plowed your food plots with the tractor?
This is my
Yeah.
bottom.
It worked. There was
like
deer
kill
in there
plot.
that night.
That night
It's all
it
clover,
was covered.
brassicas,
Yeah.
winter wheat.
Yeah, and
conditioner.
they'll pay attention to stuff like that. But yeah, like you were saying, anything that's basically high carbohydrates, that's what their body needs at this time. And you know, it gets to the point, depending on how many deer are on your property, they end up just eating, you know, twigs and whatever's in around their bedding area, any of the soft tips on some of the trees. They might even eat pines, which is not great for them. But they don't get a lot of nutrients, is what I mean out of that. So
Yep.
you'll see that too. But yeah, I mean, food is king this time of year.
Yep.
And movement, you know, this is your biggest advantage if you own your own piece of property. This is your advantage to gain deer.
Yeah,
Right
I,
now.
I think so. That's, you know, we're hoping, like I showed you that picture of that buck.
Yep.
I mean, I will guarantee you right now that deer is going to be a number one hit list buck for me and Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Next year if he is here.
Yep.
You know, he's a giant. We want him to want to stay here.
Yeah, 100%.
So the good thing is if you get pictures or you see deer like that coming in now, very good chance you may see them, you know, next year.
Yeah.
Because they do remember the places that they're going.
Yeah, and if you can sustain them for a month and a half on a property where they start to, you know, I want to call it home, so where they start to get really comfortable on your property, they'll be back during the hunting season. They'll come in over the summertime. You'll see pictures of them if you got your cameras out over the summer. You'll get one or two pictures of them. They'll just come through,
Yeah.
and then they're gone. But trust me, they'll be back during the rut.
Yeah.
Pre-rut, rut. They might even come back. Most of our deer like that, and we're hoping this happens with the buck that Mike's talking about. Most of our deer start to come in late August, early September. We start getting pictures of them,
Yeah.
and then we've noticed here on Mike's that they'll be here like late August, early September. Then they'll leave for a week, maybe two, and then bam, they're back for the rut.
Yeah.
Pre-rut time. So when I say rut, I mean basically mid-September to late September through mid-November.
Yeah, 100%.
So
There's always those couple that stay,
yeah.
and they seem to be here really
Home bodies.
consistent. Yeah.
Well, Captain Hook this year was a
Yeah.
home body.
He just roamed a lot on the property.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was his age thing.
Yep. You know, Shorts that I killed early was here a lot.
Romer, hence the name.
Romer was here a lot last year. You know,
Yeah.
Hooks was here early,
Yep.
disappeared.
Yep.
God, I hope he's not dead.
Yeah.
Because that deer was a stud this year. So,
Oh yeah.
you know, that's a deer I hope to see again
Yeah.
show up, you know, but was here a long time, you know, and during season,
Right.
and then just left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's,
I think he got pushed out by a bigger deer.
yeah, he may have.
More aggressive.
He may have because there's a few that came in, but
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, we think you accumulate deer now. We talk about it all the time,
Yep.
and like you know, like Carl said, if it's something they like, which hopefully we hope they like it, they're gonna come back. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
and obviously any
100%.
deer, any buck coming into my property or to your property now, there's always does there.
Yeah.
So if you think a buck's not logging where he's seeing lots of does,
No, he knows.
they are. I 100% feel they do.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna be like, yeah, I remember, hey, well, this.
Yeah.
There's some ladies over here.
That's a fact.
For sure.
Especially
You know,
the right time of year.
Yeah, coming through here, and there's, you know, like a big buck like I showed you there, that one he's coming through or on your place, and they're not seeing any other real big bucks anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, this could be all right.
Yeah.
You know, that could change a buck's area.
Big time. And that's the other aspect of it too, is bucks this time of year, they're not looking for competition. They're in the rebuild mode. They ran themselves ragged during the rut and the second rut, which would have been a week or two ago. And they are in the process of trying to rebuild their body and survive the winter.
Yeah.
So,
Because we've had some nasty cold already.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
snaps
yep,
here and there.
below
So,
zero, Yeah, it's been cold and no snow.
Yeah.
Which is
actually not good for them.
no, it's tougher
because that's their water.
Yeah, that is their water.
Unless they have you have an open running.
I've got a
stream.
creek at my place.
Carl
Mike's got
does.
ponds.
Yeah,
but-
I do not. They're froze.
Yep, froze solid.
They're solid. They did open up those couple when we had that 40.
Yeah, when it warmed up a little bit.
degree stretch for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
But then it's you drop to 10 a couple nights.
Yep,
It's frozen.
froze right back up.
Only a few feet deep. So, that's another thing too. You do like a little snow.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah, they will use the snow too. For everybody thinks that the snow's going to kill them. Snow doesn't, and sometimes it helps them. Too much snow doesn't help them.
No.
But you get 10 or 12 inches of snow, they bed down right in there.
Yeah, it's warm.
And again, it gets their body underneath the wind. They'll actually lay their head right down in that little bed. If you look at a bed, you'll see they're curled up right in there. They're warmer in that. So plus with thermal cover.
They got a pretty tough life.
I don't think I could be a deer. I'd be dead.
yeah.
Do stupid stuff like shoot. No, what do you mean my rack's not big enough?
Story of my life.
Yeah,
Son of a
again.
bitch, I knew it.
Yeah, that's about it. But I think that pretty much covered it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We appreciate the question. If you guys get a chance, want to just check out the podcast. Check out the podcast at Spotify,
Google,
Apple,
Amazon,
RSS.com.
iHeart.
Yeah. Check our pretty faces out right here at YouTube.
Keep sending us those questions. That's what we live for here. So if you guys got a question or a comment, send it to one of us. Message us, email us,
Yep. Either way.
yell it at us.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do.
Whatever you got to do. We appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.